for the poking wrap to make your connections into the vehicle wiring harness. These are the two grays that we talked about earlier. They're constant. Wire is going to be your big red. Your ignition is the pink on the other harness. How you do your poking wraps is you'll start with just your bare wire. You'll take your strippers to the right diameter of that wire, and you're going to pull that sleeve back just a little bit and expose that metal. You're then going to take a poker like this. You're going to then stick that through the wire and create a hole. With that hole, you then take your properly colored wire, because we're going to ignition. It's going to be the white wire here, and we're just going to take it. So focus for me here. I should probably buy a stand. And you're going to take it. You're going to stick it through. Pull it through like so. There's the poking wrap part, and then we're going to put the hole in this one, put the wire through it, and tape that up and tie that up, and I will get to showing you the end result of that in just a minute. And here's our finished poking wrap. I decided to use a poking wrap on the ground instead of drilling a hole. The reason for that is that we're going to end up taping these and blending the connections in so that when this is put back, it's not an obvious place to go for the device. For the device mounting, got some double-sided tape on the back of this. I'm gonna go flatten line it right. If it'll cooperate. Nope. Anytime that you mount a device, you always want to make sure that device is not going to move. The reason is that the G sensor in it that will let you know on harsh braking and harsh acceleration is heavily reliant on what the vehicle motion actually is. And just taking a device and throwing it up in a hole and letting it hang out is not going to give you that information. The last thing we're going to do is all of this extra wire we're going to fold up, nicely put away. The method that we usually will use is just called dog boning. Dog boning will look like this, and we just put zip ties up here, down here, and we're going to tuck that back in the hole. And now we have everything put back where we want it. The factory plugs are back in their position. The looming is tucked behind here. The device is right there. Everything's nice and neat out of the way. So if you didn't really know what you were looking for, drop that panel down, you would not see the GPS. Now what you see a lot of other install groups do is they'll wire it here, but then you're going to drape that wire across here. Your steering column, that spring, whole 9 yards, it's moving parts you don't want wires tangled into. Plus, this looks very original equipment stock, and the way others do it does not. And we always pride ourselves on our work quality. For all that's left is just the verification of the device with the key cycles and putting this panel on. This panel is going to go on in the reverse. Slide it up over the key switch. Little taps, you don't have to slam it or anything. Take your screws. Your screws started a little bit. Take your driver, throw that up there. Get this started. And there we go. You are now completed with your installation.